Welcome, welcome, Westside Wellbeing crew. We are here for our second of the day, 15-minute Pilates classes. It's a full body stretch and strengthen, and you can do it in conjunction with the class that we've just released, or you can do it with any of the other 15-minute classes that we have, or tag it onto something else that you've already been doing. Your choice. The main thing is you're here. Well done. Thank you for being here. We're going to step our feet to hip distance, release the arms beside us, and then just gently tuck the chin towards the chest, have a softness in the knees, and roll all the way down. You can bend your knees enough to get your hands down towards the floor, and then as you inhale, start to roll all the way up. And we're going to do that 2 more times. Chin towards the chest, just start to release as you roll all the way down. And then inhale to roll all the way back up. One more time. Lovely. Coming all the way back up. Bring the hands to your hips. Step to the back of your space so that you've got space in front of you to be able to step forwards. Then we're going to step forwards and come into a lunge and then step back. So this is the first part of the movement. We step forwards into a lunge, same leg. Doesn't have to be very far with the lunge, but try and keep the knee and the ankle aligned. If you want to, you can step forwards, come into a twist. Hands back to hips, step back. You don't have to have the hands to the hips, but it just gives you a little bit more stability. We go for 8, for 7, for 6, 5, for 4. You don't have to rush these. Working into this big muscle group, our glutes and our thighs. Just one more. Lovely. Maybe shake out through the legs. We'll do the same thing on the other side, feet at hip distance. So you've got that same option. We step forwards and we step back. You can work with this, stepping forwards, stepping back. Maybe you want to add the twist. Whoop. Try and keep your balance as we go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Turn to your right hand side. Maybe shake out the legs if you need to. Take a nice big wide step for me out with your left foot. Turn your left toes out. Right toes can be in a little bit. You might recognize this from yoga. It's a start up for a triangle pose. We're going to float the arms up. Inhale to reach, and then let the hand come down to rest on the inside of the thigh. Right arm is reaching up. Gaze follows. From here, all we're going to do is lift and lower. Lift and lower, using your strong obliques to lift you up and down. Going for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming all up, bring the hands to the hips, turn the left toes in and the right toes out. Float the arms up, reach, let the right hand come down, left arm reaches up. Gaze follows the fingertips. We lift and lower. Try not to get the hips involved. You really want it to be the side of the body that's moving you. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely, coming all the way up, hands to hips. Turn both toes in a little, walk the feet a little closer but not loads, and then turn the toes out. While we're here, we're just going to add in a little goddess pose. So bend the knees, let the knees go in the same direction as the toes. Try and tuck your tailbone under so you're not sticking your bum out. And we'll start to pulse. Just a gentle little pulse here. Try and keep the knees going in line with the same direction as your toes. Excellent. Now, you could lift one heel as you pulse and lower. The other heel and lower. And we're just going to rotate from one heel to the other. If you don't like it, just keep the pulse without lifting the heels. If you really like it, you could try lifting both heels and pulse just with both heels lifted. Breathe. Excellent. Lower the heels if they're lifted. Stay in your goddess pose. Right hand down the inside of the right leg. Left arm reaches up and over. Hope the sound of the lawnmowers outside is not too loud. Inhale to come all the way up. Stay in the goddess pose. Left arm comes down. Right arm reaches up and over. And inhale to come all the way up, hands to hips, push down to come up. And then heel toe your feet all the way back towards each other. Shake it out. Shake it out. And we're going to come down to a seated position to set up for our mermaid pose. So coming all the way down. Now, you've got the option here. I'm facing the long edge of my mat. Left shin parallel to the long edge of the mat, and I've stepped my right leg so that the back shin is parallel to the short edge of the mat. But if that doesn't feel comfortable for you, you can cross your legs, take a seated position. We'll bring the left hand down in line with the left hip and just start to reach right arm up and over. If the neck is feeling good, you can take the gaze up towards the lifted arm. Try and keep this top shoulder soft and away from your ear. Maybe come down onto the forearm if that feels accessible. I have already done a yoga class this morning, so I am feeling nice and stretchy in the side body. If that doesn't feel available, just stay on the hand. We're going to go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming all the way back up. We're going to swap those legs around. So if you are going for the option where you've got this internal rotation on the back hip, try and keep this back knee connected to the floor. You've always got the option to sit cross-legged. Right hand to the mat, left arm reaches up and over. So you've got that same option, just to keep it nice and gentle to start off with. You might find you can start to lower or just bend into the elbow. Keeping the side body long, shoulders soft. We go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, keeping that back knee down, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale to come all the way back up. Swivel around to face the short edge of your mat. You can topple forwards again. And we're going to come all the way down to lie on our stomachs. Forehead to the mat, hands underneath the shoulders. Squeeze your elbows together, squeeze your shoulder blades together, squeeze your feet together. Kneecaps are lifted. As you inhale, start to lift the head and the chest up. As you exhale, release down. Now this time, as you inhale, deliberately push into the hands, start to lift the upper body. Maybe you can straighten the arms, maybe they're bent somewhere, that is fine. As you exhale, release. So we're going to rotate those two. So inhale, lift the head and the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades, maybe lift the hands. Exhale to release. Inhale to start to lift up. Exhale to lower. Inhale, lift just the head and the chest, hands away from the mat, use your back strength. Lower. Inhale to straighten the arms as you lift the chest. Lovely. So this is our rotation. We go for 8. For 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Excellent. Release all the way down. Take your gaze to whatever side feels best for you. Release the arms. Maybe wiggle across the hips. And then if it feels okay, take the gaze the other way. Just see how that feels. Maybe keep wiggling through the hips. Lovely. Hands come underneath the shoulders. Start to push your hips all the way back towards your heels. Take the knees wide, big toes touch. Take a child's pose, stretching out through the spine. One more little strength exercise to go. As you inhale, rolling all the way up. Release your sit bones to the mat. Have a bend in the knees. Sit up nice and tall. Grab hold of the outside edge of your feet. As you exhale, start to release your heels forwards. Maybe they slide, maybe they don't. My mat is very sort of rubbery, so they don't slide. We're trying to keep our belly touching the thighs as the spine is long. Doesn't matter if the legs don't straighten out. Now, as you inhale, come all the way back up. Straighten the legs, flex the toes up. Here's the strength exercise. Lean forwards, hands either side of your hips. Bend into the elbows, start to push down into the hands, lift the hips. Excellent. Maybe pull the heels back a little bit and release down. We're going to do that 2 more times. 2 more times. We've got time. Okay, hands either side of the hips. Bend into the elbows, lean forward, start to lift the hips up. Maybe start to squeeze the legs back as you lift the heels. 1 more time. One day, you might find you can lift your whole legs, both at the same time. Hands either side of your hips. Bend into the elbows. Look forward. Push down through the hands. Lift the hips. Maybe start to lift the heels. And release. Excellent work. Give yourselves a little hug. So that is our second Pilates. 15 minutes of the day. As I said, you can combine that with any other practices that you want to do today. We've got a third one that we are releasing today, which is a full Pilates body cool down. So just stretching out everything. So hopefully see you on the mat in a moment for that. Take care, guys. Bye.